Hello everyone and welcome to the Adventure Evolve channel. So it's the 3rd of March 2019 and it's a Sunday and it's been raining over the weekend, but I thought it's nearly the start of spring, so I should probably do some garden update. So here it is. Let's start off with these amazing tulips that I've got been growing here, as you could see. And there are actually two varieties. One's tulip bombita and tulip involve. The pink one's involve and the red one slightly over here is the bombita variety. They're growing pretty fine. I gave them a good soil mixture. And along the tulips over here, as you could see, this whole line of pots, these are my roses, and I'll show you one by one. Here's the iceberg variety. It's a floribunda, and it has these amazing white flowers, and since it's been raining, this one's blooming. It'll be completely bloomed soon. And I've got a whole lot of variety over here, and they're sprouting since the spring's in the air, as you can see over here. And as you can see, most people don't know roses have actually many varieties and classes and differentiations. So like this one's a floribunda, and each rose not only has a different color of flower but also different appearance of leaves, like different darkness or light color or glossy leaf or not. Like for example, you could see the leaves of this rose, which I've called peaches because I don't really know the real name of the variety, has a different leaf from this red miniature rose, which is light in color and has jagged edges, which is different from the iceberg I showed you, which has these not glossy but relatively longer leaves. And they're all sprouting very nicely. I made a good soil mixture for those roses. I'll make a video on them someday. How they actually need a slight acidic content in the soil and good amount of organic content as well. Okay, so moving on, I've got some rosemary growing pretty fine here, and I've got these pine trees, saplings I should say. There's also a collection of succulents back here. Then moving on, I have these lemon mint, or also known as lemon balm. This is good for making teas and adding into Thai dishes because it makes gives a really good green texture with lemon flavor. And here are some cuttings. They'll do good in spring because they're not a winter plant. Ipomia quercica, I believe. There's a really nice purple flower. Here are some more tulips growing at the base of this hibiscus, which is a summer plant and will do better when the summer arrives. And then there's this whole line of pots with different things, since I've already said spring's arriving, so this Chinese tallow tree is starting to sprout as well. Here are the daffodils I planted, and they flowered about a few months ago, last year I'd say, November, December. But they have a really nice glossy green leaves left, so they add to the beauty of the garden, so I leave them be. And here I have some peppermints growing, different varieties. Here's some sweet peppermint over here. Here is like peppermint, and that's sweet mint, sorry. And here is saffron. It bloomed well in the winter. Now I just leave the leaves there so the bulbs can produce energy for the next season. Here I have some lilies which I plan on gifting someone earlier. and just waiting for them to bloom. Here are tube roses. The bulbs are dormant. And here I have a few more rose varieties, which are all blooming very nicely. Here's a fig tree which is starting sprout with this tomato plant. Here's an orange jasmine. It is also a summer plant. It has amazing aroma. And there's a batch of rain lilies which I got from the backyard. They were really neglected. That's why. And here I've got a pot of lilies. And yes, probably the highlight of my garden right now. Got 2 lily flowers blooming at the moment. And I did invest quite a lot in making a good soil for them, and I'm glad that they're performing well. So there are 2 varieties over here. This one's like the lily, tiger lily, I guess. And the other one, it's a stargazer, or a kind of like a relative of that variety, starfighter lily, and it has buds growing. So hopefully, since they're a late summer variety, that's why they're behind these lilies. And I have this plumeria plant which shed all its leaves during the winter, so hopefully it'll do well when summer arrives. Then over the back I have some daylily plants. They're starting to turn green and sprout new leaves very nicely, all because of the changing weather. They have similar flowers like these lilies, but they're not true lilies. And I have these lemons. They're called American lemons by the person I got from the nursery, but I'm not sure exactly if the variety is actually called an American lemon. But they seem to be doing well as well, because they're sprouting new buds, flower buds and leaves. And lastly, I've got this pot over here, nasturtium. It's turned into a really nice bush, almost covering the terracotta pot, and it has started to bloom these fine orange yellow flowers as well. It adds pretty nicely to the whole lawn. And here we have these lemon. It's called a Lisbon lemon, and it's starting to sprout as well. So hopefully in the coming few weeks we'll have our garden bursting with many colors of roses, nasturtiums and lilies, and I'll try to keep you guys updated on that. So keep having a nice day, and thank you. Hope you liked it.